friends, good to see you. I am Richie. This is Six String Fun. We're going to dive a little bit deeper into some more Springsteen. One of two albums I don't think that gets enough credit from the catalog, and mainly because if you're a diehard fan, you saw this as the changing of getting rid of the E Street Band, basically. So I'm not going to count Tunnel of Love because they were still part of it, but especially on the tour. But, we're talking Human Touch and this album, Lucky Town, and this song happens to be the same title of the album, Lucky Towns, right? So really always dug this song, and I think it sounds good on the acoustic guitar. So we're gonna take a look at this one. Pretty straightforward. I think we can do it if you know a couple of chord shapes, and the chords are in E minor. You got a G shape, we got a D shape, we've got a C shape in there, and we've got a bit of a walk down between the G shape and that D shape. All right, capo on the 3rd fret. That's how I play it. I believe that's in the same key. Not sure if it was capo during the studio sessions, but if you've seen Springsteen at all, he goes to that capo as often as he can. And I get it. Keep the open chord shapes going, especially if you're singing. So no issues with that on my end, I don't think, at this point anyway. So let's kind of get into it. So it kind of just kicks in on this E minor shape, right? But it comes in hard. I think a little bit of a drums kind of come in. But if you're doing a solo acoustic like we're doing here, you make it any way you want to make it. So I kind of come in like this, bit of a kind of, and I hit that 1 to kind of set the tone, get us in there. To the D shape, E minor shape, which again you're gonna hold for basically 2 measures. G shape for a measure, D shape for a measure. That's your intro, and that's going to get you through the verses, basically. So, God's been cleared by a good hard rain. We're going to go through it. So basically, that verse, when you get into the verse, you're going to play that rhythm pattern, those chords. I think it's twice every time you do it, I think. So you go into it, you play it twice, we're going to go into the chorus. What's the chorus? We're going to come in on a C shape, which is technically an E flat, I think. It's an E flat. To the D shape. Down, lucky town. And that's where I kind of mentioned that walk down in there. So we're going to go to that C shape, to that D shape, to the G shape, and I'm making sure I'm getting this string in here in particular. Right? So I'm playing the full chords with those bass notes. Right? I wanna lose these blues I found. So C, I wanna lose this D that to the G. Baby, down and lucky to the E minor shape. Go to a G. Lucky town. Got about 80% of the tune right there. So that's your intro, your verses, your choruses. I think we go through everything once more each, one more verse, one more chorus. We get to the bridge. Okay, it's gonna come in, I think, on the C. Had some victory, just failure in the C. Ooh, that sounded bad. So anyway. What are we doing? We're going to the C shape. Hold that for 2 measures, basically. At least a little bit longer than the other ones, if that makes more sense. To the G shape. To an E minor shape. Right? We're doing that here. We're going to go back to the C shape. 2 measures. 2 times, I should say. And we're going to go to that G. To that E minor shape. Alright? And you're going to hold that E minor shape for twice as long, which is going to go into the solo. The solo is just basically the verse, which we've done. And really, if you're looking to do a solo, you can kind of hang in that minor pentatonic box right here. Which I think, you probably, I can make something up. Something, right there, you'll get it, right? So we're coming out of that. And basically, that's kind of the tune, right? Everything's going to repeat. You're going to go back into the chorus. Down, down in Lucky Town. Walk G. That D shape with the F sharp in the bass. I wanna lose these blues I found down in Lucky Town. Baby, down in Lucky Town. You got it. That's the tune. Trying to keep it real simple. You can do it that way. I think it sounds great acoustic. Enjoy it. If you haven't done so, please like, subscribe, hit the bell. All that helps me out. I really do appreciate it. Just those little things make a big difference. Trust me. I'll see you on the next video. Take it easy. What's up, folks? How you doing? I'm Richie. This is Six String Fun. Let's get right into this one. Probably one of my favorites off the Born in the USA album from Springsteen. I know there's a lot of other ones that you probably saw the videos for on MTV back in the 80s. This was just kind of a really dark, haunting tune, Downbound Train. And I'm going to kind of just do it for the acoustic guitar. I mean, I've had a chance to see this played live a couple times. Full band, sounds awesome, but I think, sounds great on the acoustic. Capo on the third fret. A lot of these tunes, if it's anything other than C, usually Springsteen went to the capo for different things to play those open chords, which is how this is going to work for this tune. So the chord shape's pretty. I'm going to give you the shapes. I know it's not an E minor, but it's an E minor shape. All right, we got a G shape. I play it this way. You can kind of see that right there. More of an open G, just to kind of, it's easier with a couple walk downs in there. The D shape, there's a C shape in there, and I also throw in a C major 7. I don't know if it's really quite in the tune, but it does give it a little more of that haunting side of things and just some dynamics reasons. So, kind of just spruce it up a little bit, spice it up. So let's get into it, show you how I do this one. It comes in on the E minor, just kind of that open 6 string right there. I know it's not an E minor, but it's a G minor technically in terms of the tone with the capo, but that's kind of what it is. All right, so it's, and that's really that kind of hitting of the open string. So it's a bit of a walk down there. Open, 2, 3, and that 2, 3 gets you right into that G shape, which is why I tend to do it that way for whatever reason. That's just how I do it. So any G should work though. So I kind of go into that full G. Again, dynamics are key when you're just doing the acoustic guitar. To the D shape, which I think is an F in that position right there. So all together, one too many open strings there. And what I'm doing there is I'm going to that D shape, to a suspended 4 shape, which I think is really, really key for that whole rhythm piece of it. It's all together. And that's going to continue, and that's pretty much your verse. So the intro is also your verse, and we're going to take that all the way through to that. There's really no pre-chorus. It's kind of going into the chorus where we go into that first C shape, which is that C major, which is really C major 7, I think it is. So basically, we're taking a C shape right there, and I'm just taking my index finger off it to get that string open. So full C would be this, which we're going to end up doing, but we're going to start with this one right there. Okay, so if we're coming out of the verse, it'll sound like this. C major 7 to a D. We're going to hold that for 2 measures, I think. E minor shape. We're going to repeat the same, at least the first part of it, but we're going to do a full C to a D shape again. And we're going to flip-flop these 2 chords. Instead of a E minor D, we're going to go D E minor to the D for this one, where the previous was D to E minor. So let's put it all together. Kind of how that should go. Do it again. At least that's how I hear it. I know if I'm wrong, you'll let me know, which is cool. We got like 90% of the song right there now. So we're going to go back into the verse. All right, go through it. We're going into the chorus again. All right. And then you kind of get into, there's a bit of an organ solo in there, I guess it is. And I believe it's, well, I guess you can kind of do whatever you want at this point. It's either going to be the verse or the chorus, and now I don't know off the top of my head. So I'm going to roll the dice. It's a 50-50 shot here. I'm going to go with the verse. Pretty sure it's the verse. So we got that. We're going to come out of the solo, and we're going to continue playing the same pattern, which is the verse. But the dynamics come down. So if you're kind of playing this throughout most of the song this way, dynamic speaking, I would just maybe kind of, and I think the chorus, the line for the verse is, last night I heard your voice. So you kind of get, so dynamics, big thing. Actually, it's a really big part of the song, I think. So we're going to go there. The very last part of this particular verse, if we're coming out of the heat, which we know, the G shape we know, the D, and I dropped to my knees on my head and cried. So all we're doing is adding a C and a G shape. Okay? And it goes right back into the last. And then as we go out, the whole outro is the verse pattern again. And the cool thing about, well, not particularly the album version, but the live version, because I remember seeing it at Giant Stadium. Yes, Giant Stadium. I guess it was 2003 on one of those 10 nights there. I think it was 10 nights at the stadium. He played this, and it was just kind of like he kind of had a solo at the end, and it was nothing major. You know, it's kind of playing like the G minor or that minor pentatonic shape, and it just kind of seemed really cool there. So that's really it. That's your tune. Pretty straightforward. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you haven't done so, please like, subscribe. That's all I could ask you to do. It'd be great. It just helps me out. And I will see you on the next video. Take care. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Much appreciated. I am Rich. This is Six String Fun. We're going to go back down into that Springsteen Avenue here on Six String Fun. We're going to do that. It's newer. It's a couple years old, but it's only being performed live for the first time on the 2023 Springsteen tour. And I believe this is closing out the set every night at this point, solo acoustic. I'll see you in my dreams. Good tune. You got to check out the lyrics to this one. Very telling, I think, of just where he is in his career and life. So I'm gonna keep it real simple on this one. 3 chords: D shape, C add 9 shape, G shape. Got to walk down in there. A couple solos, but we're not gonna go over the solos, but we'll talk about them. Capo's going to be on the 3rd fret for this one. You can do it any way you like it, but capo on the 3rd fret puts it in the key of B flat, I think. Same key as if you want to learn Incident on 57th Street, which is right there somewhere up there. Give it a shot, give it a listen. All right, in the meantime, let's get into this one. I'll see you in my dreams, Bruce Springsteen. Okay, so let's jump right into this one. This, as of right now, is the closing tune that Bruce is playing on the his tour right now, the 2023 tour. So, and I think he's doing it solo acoustic. So, the album version is full band, but he's doing the solo acoustic. I'm pretty sure. Haven't been following as closely as some of the other tours, but that's what I think is going on right now. I'm going to be careful with my words here. This is one of those songs where it's only 3 chords, but you realize how good of a songwriter somebody is with how you just take those 3 chords and what you do with them. Okay, because if you can play these chords D, you can do the C, you can do a C add 9 this way, a C add 9 this way. I kind of mix it up depending on how I'm playing it and where I am in the song, basically. And a G shape, you're golden. That's what this is all about. Believe we're in the key of B flat with the capo here, but again, it's going to be a D shape, a C shape, and a G shape. Okay? And by the way, the card is up there, I think, somewhere. You'll see it. If you can play these 3 chords, you can play one of my newer lessons that I did, which was Incident on 57th Street. Same key, same 3 chords, and another one coming, if it's not out already, is Racing in the Street. Basically the same chords with 1 or 2 more thrown in there, but you can do it. All right, so let's kind of get into this one. There's kind of like the strumming pattern. You can play the C add 9, you can play the full C. It's how I feel depending on where I am in the song. But it's going to be the C shape to the G shape. 2 measures of each. And here's my strumming pattern. Chord change. Chord change. Change. And those are the 2 chords. To the G, back to the C, back to that G. That's the 3rd chord. All right, that's your first verse right there. So it's going to be the C shape to the G, and you'll see Springsteen playing that G like this mostly all the time. You see him live. 3, 2, open, 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 3. Okay. To the D. And you can play along to the record. It should be pretty close. All right. We're gonna go back into the next verse, almost identical. See what I did there? I changed up the C shape to G shape. It all sounds good. So whichever ones you're comfortable with, go for it. We're gonna go to the D. Now here's where we're adding something new. Now we're gonna go into a walk down basically. It's gonna go from the G to the chorus. So when you're going to that chorus, there's going to be a walk down from the G coming out of the verse, C, walk down the bass note, okay, to the D shape, to the G shape, G, walk down again. To the C shape, to the G shape. Okay. Back to the C. We're gonna hold that C for a little bit longer. D to the G. right, so the chorus, there's a lot of different things going on there, but it's stuff we've gone over. And again, it's Springsteen. He's probably changing it up as he plays it live as well. So. So you got to listen for the timing because, again, that's the one thing about Springsteen. He isn't typical of some of these chord changes. So, but the chords are there. You got to just listen to it and play along to it, basically. Going into this, there is a solo, very reminiscent for me of something like Lucky Town. So really, you're just kind of taking that minor pentatonic shape and that root kind of on that B flat. You know, that's not it, but that's the ballpark. You know, it's kind of where you should, if you want to learn it, we're going to go over just the chord structure, but that's kind of where this has come from. Kind of get you in the neighborhood, right? So you're going to go into the solo, and it's going back into the chorus right after that. Right? Walk down, right back into the chorus. The C and the D now is going to repeat, I think it's 3 times. To the G. Back into another solo. Solo's going to take it out. The progression for the solo we just went over is going to be the same for the second solo. For the most part, it's the same, but I think you got that walk down in there, though. Okay, but it's just a variation of it. And then the key thing is you're landing on that C, and that's taking out the song. And I think there's piano underneath it coming out now. So play the C, C add 9 full, C add 9 open E string. I kind of like that one better. Feels like it's got to get resolved a little bit, and that's why the piano probably comes in there. So, good one. Really like it a lot. I think it's a very telling song if you're into the Springsteen songwriting. Check it out. I think you'll understand what I'm talking about. So, we'll see you on the next one. Later.